Hi, I'm Sam. I can speak 50 language. Yeah, I can speak 50 language. I'm polyglot. So, do you believe me? Do you believe I can speak 50 language? Not 5, not 15, 50 like 50. Do you believe I can speak 50 language in just 2 minutes or 3 minutes or maybe 5 or 10 minutes? Do you believe that? Do you believe when you watch some other polyglot YouTubers, they say they can speak like 6 language or 8 or 10 or 12 or 15 or 20 language or 22 language, 23 language? Do you believe that it's true they can speak all this language and they can do it in just 2 minutes, 3 minutes or 5 minute or 10-minute video? I don't think so. And I watch many of these polyglot YouTubers. Many of them, they're like same like scammers, like they're scamming you. It is a scam because they're lying to you. They pretend that they can speak many language when they can't really do that. Maybe some of them they can speak one or two language, like the one language like native speaker, and number two is like second language, and maybe some of them have like three or four language, and then the rest they're just pretending, like they will just learn a little from each language, just few words, few sentence, maybe they will memorize some of it, and then maybe they also edit the video, you never know. But most of them, they can only speak one or two language, and the rest of the language, they're just saying something they have learned for a few weeks or few months. Like they will just learn 10 or 20 language, every language maybe for 2 months or 3 months or something like that, maybe 6 months or 1 year. But then some of them, they will learn like maybe they will learn 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 language same time in few months or half year, 1 year. They will learn many language same time, and then they'll just learn the basic of the language and few words, few sentence. And some of them, they don't even know the language. They're just memorizing some words or some sentence. Then they keep practicing how to pronounce it correctly. So when they say those words, it sounds like they're actually almost native speaker or like that, but they're just practicing the pronunciation. And maybe they have some friends from those countries who speak this language, or maybe they just use some app like Duolingo app or some other app or like that. They just learn few things, and then they'll just pretend they know the whole language. Like some YouTuber, I will see them, they will make a video, like they'll say speaking 8 languages in 3 minutes. Okay, if you speak 8 language in 3 minutes, and the first half minute or the first 1 minute, he actually start the video talking about what he will do, that he will speak the 8 language in 3 minutes. So if he already wasted half minute or 1 minute to say that he will speak the 3 language or 8 language in 3 minutes, that means every language he speak for half minute or less than half minute. How can you prove that you can speak a language in less than half minute? How much can you say in half minute? He have to speak very fast, and same time will only say few words or few sentence. And some of these YouTubers, I know I can speak, for me, myself, I can speak like 3 language. I can speak Arabic and Danish. I'm native speaker of Arabic and Danish. And then I'm also very good in English, or I'm good in English. And then French, I'm still starting to learn French. For them, many of these YouTubers, they're same like me in French. Like they're same like me in French, just starting to learn it. They will starting to learn like 10 different language, and maybe a little bit more than beginner. They just practice a little more like that for a few months or few weeks, few months, every language, and after they will say they can speak 10 language, 20 language. And some YouTuber, I see some YouTuber, she says she can speak like 21 language, and then in Arabic she only say like أنا أحب عربية أنا أتكلم عربية نعم نعم, and then her pronunciation is bad, but the worst thing is not her pronunciation. The worst thing is actually that she only said like, I speak Arabic, I like Arabic, or no, I speak Arabic, I love Arabic, yes, yes. She only said, I speak Arabic, I love Arabic, yes, yes. Okay, you said these things, then you can speak Arabic. And it's like she just memorized these things. And the same in French and some other language like that. Like some kid, she's only 13 years old, she says she can speak 21 language. And some other guy, he also same like this. Then they'll just say a few words. And there's some YouTubers, some polyglot YouTubers, they say more. Like they will say a lot of things, but it's like they just learn the basics in French or English, or no, maybe in Spanish and Chinese, Italian, like that. They just learn some basics for a few weeks or a few months. And then they will just say, oh, I can speak the language. Then they will just say a few lines or few things that they have learned or memorized. Like, they're so fake. Like, I don't want to make that kind of scam. Like, I say the truth. I speak 3 languages, and number 4, I'm still learning it. But many of these YouTuber polyglot, they are so fake. They pretend they know 10 or 20 language, and then they only know few words or few lines like that in every language. And some of the language, maybe they practice it for a few months like that. But just because they practice a language for a few months doesn't mean that they can speak that language. Because I also practice French for a few months, and I know many things in French, but still I'm only beginner in French. I don't say, oh, I'm native speaker of French, or I'm very good in French. Like, my French is still beginner, like very beginner. If I practice it a little more, then I can also say, oh, I speak French like them. Like, they're just scamming people. And then they have so many viewers and subscribers. Like I don't know, and like there's so many people, they are so stupid. Like, I don't know, like they believe them. They say to them, like when they make a video and say they can speak 10 language or 20 language, then people like, oh wow, that's amazing. Okay, oh, it's true, they can speak so many language. What is true? Do you speak all this 20 language? How can you know if it's true or not if you don't speak all this language? Like, you don't even understand all this language. How can you know if what they say is true or correct or not? And also how some people, they can make a video 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes and speak 10 or 20 language in 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 5 minutes. Like, you cannot prove that in very little time like that. They need to speak for at least 5 minutes or 10 minutes in each language to show that they can actually speak that language, not just few sentences and few words. Like, they're just scamming people. Like, for sure, they're big scammers. And I know that because I know some of this language, and I can hear when they speak that they're really bad at it. Even some of the language that I'm not good at, same like French, I can hear like when they speak bad in French. And then some other people also, they write in their comments section that they're speaking bad in their language. Like, they're just scamming people. Like for me, I can speak 3 language, and I'm learning number 4. I don't say, oh, I can speak 10 language or 20 language. I can also say a few words or few sentences in Spanish or Italian, and a little bit in German. And then also some other language. Like, I know few words and few sentences, but I don't go out and say I can speak 10 language or 12 language because I know a few sentences in 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 more language. That's not a proof that I can speak the language just because I know few words and few sentences. It's like a joke. So that's what I want to say. And no, I don't speak 50 language. I just want to make some point about this. I don't speak 50 language. Only I speak 3 language, and I'm learning number 4. And many of these YouTubers, they're scammers. They're just pretending they know all this language, but they can only speak, some of them, they might only speak one language, and then the rest are just, then all the other language just pretending. Maybe they can only speak English, and then they will say they can speak 10 language, and the other language, they only know a few words or few sentences. Like, what the, they're just joking. They're scamming people, and people believe they're scam. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching. See you in next video.